Alright, boys, welcome to the live stream and welcome to this other new collaboration with a conglomerate. So, again, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and switch over this stream right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. So we're just kind of getting a couple things set up. I believe Rizola is getting his stream a little set up too. Happy Sunday to Darren. Welcome everyone that is joining the stream right now. Welcome to this live stream. So just a little rundown of what happened in the previous live stream. Essentially, it's me and Rizola, or Konglomerat that you guys know him by on YouTube. But today, or in last live stream, basically I am playing as the Roman Republic right now. And then as the Roman Republic, I have taken over the Etruscan League. So we do have a future conflict that is going to happen against the Carthaginian Empire. So we are going to have to prepare our navy for that war with Carthage, and then Rizola is playing as a Macedon. So Macedon has expanded from the Adriatic Sea all the way over to the Black Sea, and then maybe he'll backstab those pesky little Greek states in the south, like Athens and Sparta, as I pointed out. Maybe he'll be expanding out to the north, but we do expect that he will be going down over to Mesopotamia to take over that region right there, because that is actually in the rules that is set out for this game. May not happen in this live stream. This might be a several part live stream. So we are going to see what happens today, see how far into Anatolia he can get. And my goal is actually to take over Italia. So I've already taken over Italia, and then we're going to be expanding up north. So we're going to have to take over Gaul, all of Gaul, and then we're going to have to make our way all the way up here towards Scotland. I actually forgot the name of this area right here, but this is this area right here. The British Isles, that's called Britannia. So we're going to be having it. So we're going to have to take over Britannia at some point. So we need a navy that we need to be able to show off. I'm live now, so I'm ready whenever you are.
Yeah, I was just listening to your glorious introduction.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yes, as the great empire of, as you called it, Macedon.
Yeah, I tried to figure out whether it was Macedon or Macedon.
I'm glad to see you remember everything that was happening so well. Though I looked at the map, I was like, right, so what happened? So I expanded, he expanded more. He's Rome. Rome's badass. That's about all I remember.
I'm really good at geography, so that's why I sometimes can remember that, even though it was like a week since we've done it. So, like, just, I remember the goals of it. I remember that your goal is basically to get down to Mesopotamia, or at least one of us needs to get down to Mesopotamia. And then the other, most likely me, has to get all the way up to Britannia.
Yeah. I can tell you it's definitely not happening this stream.
I'm having to wait on you to load in.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. SSD.
Yeah, you need to get yourself an SSD there, Chief.
Hey, now.
Nah, for those who are watching right now, I have to wait for him because my computer is better, so...
Whoa.
Go ahead. If
you your storage is better, mister.
What kind of GPU do you have?
5700 XT.
Oh, okay, and never mind.
And 3700X CPU. Hell, when I bought my storage, it was just a shitty little 2 terabyte terrible hard drive. My friend spent $500 to $1,000 getting me high performance 6 terabyte WD Black hard drives because I was having storage issues.
I have a 3700X. I I have a 3700X CPU, but my graphics card is a 1060. I'm looking um I'm looking to get a 3070, 3070 or 3080, but yeah. Blake Hill and Ben Light, welcome to the live stream. Held on to the button a little bit there. But welcome to the live stream, guys.
That's okay.
Glad to see you guys
Yeah,
here.
it's
Never
3.
seen
I
you.
remember I just took Apollonia.
Never
Hey,
seen
we're
you guys in
connected
this
now.
stream before. Yay! Finally, I have to wait on your ass.
Excuse me.
Do you have Imperator Rome? Yes, I do. Whenever you're trying to stream and then your fucking dog just sits there and just tries to get in your lap, so you have to give them attention. Alright, so we need to figure out, we're waiting on Rizola, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over to Macedon, see what the hell he's doing. It's taking him so long. And again, if you guys are watching this right now, go ahead and subscribe to Konglomerat. The way you spell it is in the title of this live stream, so go and give him a subscription if you have not. He is a great content maker, so I do recommend his content. Epirus. Apparently Epirus still has a naval fleet that's just sitting in the middle of the Adriatic.
It has 2. It is 2. One is a fleet. It only has 3 ships. The other is a transport with an army of 10. So they're still alive. They're still kicking, but they're as good as dead. They may come to attack me. They may just attrition away, wither away at sea, but they're as good as dead. The Atrusian League as well. You killed them,
Yeah.
but they have something as well.
Yeah, I literally just noticed that. Darren, how was your guys' week? One of my subscribers is asking how our week was. So, how was your week?
My week was well. I played a lot of Panzer Corps. I'm new to that game. That was fun.
You just played a lot of Panzer Corps. That's it.
Honestly, I don't remember what else I did this week. I think I had an eye appointment. That wasn't fun. And I streamed some Insurgency. I have like weekly Insurgency streams where I get a full party of people from my community server and we stream that. That was fun as well. I basically just played a lot of games and it was fun.
Yeah. I saw Far Cry 5 was on sale on Steam, and then so I was just like, oh god, okay, I gotta get that shit. So I I already have like 12 logged hours on Far Cry 5 now, and I've just been playing it basically all week. I got a new desk, so I'm waiting for that desk to come in. It's going to be a little bit easier to manage a lot of things in terms of I guess just space for my computer and all that. So I'm pretty much waiting on that. Should be coming in today, except FedEx basically like said it was going to arrive yesterday, and then it didn't. So I was just like, okay. That sounds like FedEx. Yeah, totally. Oh, the Etruscans are coming tonight. The Etruscans are literally coming to Neapolis.
The fleet of Epirus, I believe it was. Yes, the fleet of Epirus went outside of your city of Brundisium, and then an RDA fleet showed up and sank them.
Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and try to take on these Etruscans. We should be able to do it, but I highly doubt it because there's a lot of damaged ships. So that might be an issue. If it is, then we will retreat. At least we have control over, actually, Alalia. So Alalia, I completely forgot. So one of them's Sardinia, the other is something else. Corrales. So Corrales and Ardinia. Alalia. FedEx sucks, worth shipping. Absolutely, I agree. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and 3, 4. So we're gonna order 4 new legions right there. We're gonna go to diplomacy. We're gonna see what we can do on a diplomatic stage. So if I wanted to go to war,
Flapping tongue that speaks without wisdom is not welcome. Be like a spear and have a point. Ha ha.
ha 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 ha. So I kind of don't want to do anything against Gaul, like make any alliances with them or anything, because if I do, then that's probably not gonna be the best thing. Let's go ahead and move this legion up north, just in case, you know, for security reasons. And then we got technology. We have a technological reform. Let's go ahead and do some naval maneuvers. They said a package of mine would be overnighted, and it took 3 days for it to get there. Yeah. I ordered like one little GPU stand. I ordered like one little GPU stand from something, and it was really weird. Because Amazon literally told me that they lost it, and then I got a refund for it, thankfully. But yeah, like it was just a stupid little trying to get this guy up here. There we go. Okay, so hopefully he doesn't get attacked. But it should be over in there in the next turn. I kind of want to take some of this down in what is this called? The Illyria. Okay, so Illyria. So basically where the Balkans are. That was called Illyria back during the heyday. So what about Syracuse? Syracuse, what do we got with you? Cancel trade.
Strike us all dumb if we speak anything but truth in our deliberations.
Yeah, so they don't want to do an alliance. What about a client state? Nope, they don't want to do that. And Carthage. Looks like they hate the Syracusans more than they actually hate me. So maybe that'll give us a little bit of a leg room. Obviously, we have really good relations with Macedon. I really need to wrap this up. Oh yeah, the Etruscans. Yeah, I see they're still there. That's kind of funny. And just to make sure, see where my navy is. So they're on their way. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and hand this turn off to him. Said I was missing something, but I'll just let that slide for this turn. I'll do that next time. And we're entering the winter months. Have a good day, PG, and have a fun stream. Thank you so much, Ben Light. I appreciate the support. I absolutely appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me. Shout out to Ben and Blake and Sarah. Absolutely. Thank you all for joining. One of my subscribers, RG, said, PG, remember, don't charge cavalry into pikemen.
That's good advice. Always good advice.
Yeah. Wasn't there an incident like that in the previous stream with you? I think something like that happened.
Some enemies charged into my pikes.
Oh yeah. For context, there was a incident in the last live stream basically where whenever he was fighting I think in Apollonia or somewhere like over here. And basically they his yeah, no, actually no, he was fighting over here. And the pikemen, he had pikemen set up. He was kind of like, it was like a siege battle or whatever. And then so like the enemy basically like charged directly into his pikemen, and he was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? No!" Actually, I don't even think it was Anthea. It was I think it was Pella. Like I think it was like it was a direct assault on his capital city, and then they obviously lost, but it was somewhere. It was somewhere. It was a big battle. So you thinking about backstabbing those pesky Athenians and Spartans, or?
Not at the moment, no. Athens is still my client state, so they count towards our victory objectives. I'd like to get Sparta on my side again if possible, so that I can just focus on marching into Turkey, basically.
Well, I mean, if they're not really on your side, doesn't that mean if they're not on your side, then the Athenians are your client state, then that basically is a wall against the Spartans, right?
Oh, yeah. Technically. I mean, the Athenians and Sparta are also defensive allies, so what it would really come down to probably is if for whatever reason me and Sparta ended up at war, which I don't think is very likely, especially because I got a non-aggression pact with them, Athens would have the choice between the two of us. If Sparta was the aggressor, they wouldn't have a choice. They would have to side with me. If I attack Sparta, then they'd have a choice, but it just comes down to luck of the draw of who the AI chooses.
This damn dog on my lap. It's kind of funny. I'm just sitting here trying to live stream, and then damn dog just sits there and tries to get on your lap, and then I'm just like, all right, just don't do anything while I'm live streaming. Then she just falls asleep. Why don't you just love animals? We're actually looking right here. We actually see Brittany would be right here. And this area right here that I'm basically right over right now, this is France. It's modern day France, but they, instead of France, like before they even called it France during the medieval ages, before that it was called Francia or Francia. It was called like West Francia, East Francia, and then during the age of the Roman Empire and Roman Republic, actually, they called it Gaul. So then if I go south, we actually see the mountain chain right here. This is Hispania, modern day Spain. That's actually where they got the name Spain from, is Hispania. Then if I go up here, right around here is, and you can actually see it on the minimap, right around here is known as Germania. It's actually the area where the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest happened, and the Teutoburg Forest is basically a massive battle between the... Oh, they killed him! Oh no, you idiots! Mother, son of a booby.
The spirits have noticed that our treasure stores are wanting.
Their offers join war.
Matter?
Their demands. What if I counter offer your demands, join war against, and what if I make client state moderate? What about a trade agreement? No.
An end to overlong talk. Your offer is not what I want to hear. My throat yearns for ale, my ears for silence.
Okay. Ludi Romani, instituted in the early days of the Roman Republic. The Ludi Romani was a day-long public festival held in honor of Jupiter Optimus Maximus. Celebrations began with a grand procession from the Temple of Jupiter to the Circus Maximus, where animal sacrifices would be offered in Jupiter's name. The rest of the day was devoted to chariot races between skilled athletes, a dangerous and thrilling sport which rapidly became an obsessive passion for the people of Rome. Over the next 4 centuries, Rome prospered and the Ludi Romani grew into many days of feasting, celebration, and games, and later came to incorporate theater, dance, and other forms of entertainment. By the time the Republic gave way to the days of the Empire, there were a number of regular ludi held throughout the year, and the Ludi Romani had expanded into a 15-day extravaganza. So right now I have 4 turns of Ludi Romani, give praise to Jupiter and let the people rejoice. +4 to Latin cultural influence, and +4 public order per turn, all provinces. So I've already had zero problems with. It's actually summertime now. So let's get these guys on land. Yeah, of course. Let's go ahead and see if we can fight these guys right here. Oh, you're kidding. Oh yeah, just. Alright, let's get him to return to base. I should have just got him to return to base. So we have 2 of those. What about Sparta? What are we doing with them?
Enter, friend, and speak. We surely have much to discuss, and perhaps much to agree.
Do I have trade with them? Defensive alliance, join war against. Military alliance. Doesn't look like I have a non-aggression pact with them. That just increases our relations. Apparently the Etruscan League literally fled over here. So I think this just gives us some time to kind of develop ourselves. Roma, Neapolis. Go ahead and do that. Okay, I'll go ahead and let's end the turn. Appius Leaderus Maro, so I'm gonna go and find him real quick. No, that's diplomacy. Trade object. Alright, and while he does that, I'm gonna go ahead and step away real quick. Alright, now I am back. Sorry, I had to step away for a second.
It's okay. Rome hasn't fallen yet.
Hell yeah. This reminds me of EU4. Not by the same guys. But I've actually never played EU4 before. We're basically giving our military some time to replenish.
Ready for orders. Ready for orders.
I just need to get these guys up into a city so they can replenish. Which they should be able to replenish in maybe like 1 or 2 turns once I get them into a city. Legion for victory. That's kind of funny. Legion for victory. Haha! Founded in 270 BC. That's the magic number. If I ever heard one.
How can I be of assistance?
What kind of computer do you have? Because the game is running very smooth. I have a 1060 graphics card. I have a Ryzen 7 3700X. I got 32 gigs of RAM. An X570 motherboard. Custom built. I built it myself. I also have a very, very fast SSD. My SSD is like a terabyte, and then I have like 7.5 terabytes worth of hard drives. Two SSDs. One of them is 500 gigabytes. The other is a terabyte. Most of my games that I really, really want to be quick, basically, are on my SSDs. And yeah, and I have a 850 watt power supply. So that one is what powers it all. It's a Seasonic, actually. And again, I built it all myself. Put it all together, take it apart, put it back together again. It's actually really fun. Alright, now it is my turn. And what I want to do first is I want to go to my character list. House of Cornelia. Secure loyalty. Cornelia. What's the loyalty like? Where is that at? Loyalty breakdown. So actually, excuse me. Do have to go after Cornelia since they are the smallest party. But once I actually get Cornelia to come on my side, then that will possibly be able. I think we're going to be able to go to an empire pretty early. It looks like. Government type. So if I wanted to go to an empire, Imperium level 5, above 65% influence of the ruling party. It costs 10,000 transition costs. So then I have nearly 50% of the influence in the Senate. Oh, Imperium. So, okay, so I am very far away from a potential empire. As your faction grows, so does the problem keeping it under control. So I'm in Imperium level 2. So we got one more for that.
I'm glad you figured out about the Imperium level yourself. I was over here just waiting.
I'm sorry.
I heard you say, oh, it looks like we're going to be able to become an empire pretty early. I just started laughing.
Don't make fun of me.
Like, you need Imperium level 5, and the game gets harder every Imperium level you get.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that Imperium level, I was just like, wait, hang on, never mind.
That's what military alliances and client states are for, to keep your Imperium level down while still accomplishing your objectives.
See, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out who to make an alliance with because I don't want to like make anyone comfortable up north because I have to go up there very soon.
So this is not confirmed. This is just something I've observed and believed to be true, is that the more military allies you have, or alliances of any kind, I believe it becomes harder to get more alliances. So you definitely want to be strategic with it. If I could pick an ally for you out of your surroundings, Syracuse and Massilia would probably be pretty good choices. The Germanic tribes, you might as well just conquer. They're not going to make very good allies. They're definitely not going to make reliable allies. If anything, I mean, Athens and Sparta, you can't go wrong. I'm going for alliances with them. East of you is the RDA. They're more of a tribe, but they're a very loyal one. They have loyal rating. You want your allies to have good reliability ratings. And RDA is very reliable. So they could definitely make a good friend. They border me just to my north. After the beginning, though, you will make friends and you will make enemies. And the further you go into the game, you will realize all your diplomacy has been decided by your early game decisions. Did you side with the friends of the Seleucids or the enemies of the Seleucids? Well, now that you've met the Seleucids, they either love you or hate you, and it's going to take a long time to try to change it.
Huh, I did not know
goes
that.
for everyone.
I'm
siding with the enemies.
So I apparently did not have a trade agreement with Massilia, so I just signed one with them.
Yeah, they're a good Hellenic faction. That's who I was going to play as. And then I told you I might get in your conquering way, and you're like, yeah, how about you play as Macedon?
Yeah, I hope that doesn't bite me in the ass later on.
That's okay, I have Apollonia, I'm next to you. At the very least, you cannot get fully conquered before I could get to you. Rome actually has a very easy game ahead of it, though.
What, just stomping through Gaul?
Yeah, the Germanic tribes are not unified. They're not very scary or important or strong. The literal worst thing that could happen to you going north, I could see two things that could get in your way. Only two. Number one, and the most important one, is if the Boii make a large collection of territory, because the Boii are the strongest barbarian faction and one of the strongest in the game. The strongest faction in Gaul is the Arverni. So if they get large, they could be problematic as well. But you're more likely to be friends with Arverni than you are the Boii. And those are the only two things I could really see getting in your way. Britannia will be a fucking pushover. Carthage almost always falls apart by itself with no intervention.
So I basically don't even have to worry about Carthage?
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying every campaign I have ever done of this game, Carthage died without me even needing to fight them.
Oh, that's funny.
I've seen Rome get its ass kicked too, but only once or twice. I've done like a dozen campaigns.
See, I've never completed a whole campaign. That's the funny part.
Oh, I have. I can knock these out in 1-2 days, no problem.
God.
It only gets tiring if I have to fight a lot of battles in one day.
Yeah, I bet.
The battles are what drain your energy, though. The world map is easier, and because we swap turns, you get some time to rest while your partner does stuff.
All right, I'm wrapping up my turn, and then I'll send it off to you.
All right.
Ready for orders. We need good, strong men.
All right, just wanted to raise that fleet there. That way we can have something to use in the Adriatic. All right, we'll send it off over to him. Wait, Appius Laertes Maro. And now it's time to find that guy. Let's go over to faction, characters. So, Appius Maro. There you are. Strategist. Just give him a strategist goal. Send that over. Alright, end it up and send it over to him.
The plague has reached Macedon.
Oh god. Oh geez. Where?
At Pulpadeva.
That's fun. Good luck though.
I mean, I don't have anyone there. The public order's going to shit, but I'll have someone there like in a turn or two. You'll see. You'll see. I have something planned.
Name, you just gonna go in and just kill all the sick people?
No, but that's a better idea.
I'm also trying to make an alliance with Syracuse, but they kind of don't want to.
Yeah, fight their enemies, become friends with their friends, give them intermittent small monetary gifts. You just gotta do that. Everyone, though, if you try every single turn, I have found you can get any treaty with anybody if you have enough money and you try for enough turns. That's how I've won a lot of my campaigns, is I get most of my objectives. Then rather than going to war with the superpower sitting on my last one, I'll try for like 15, 20 turns straight to get an alliance with them. And the 20th turn, the 15th turn, it just works.
Huh, okay.
to serve Rome.
Aww. Literally, right as you were going in for that battle, I kind of looked and I saw a city on fire, and I'm like, what's he doing up here?
I told you I had a plan. I just destroyed the Adrician kingdom. They were down to one city that they took from the Tribali. I have gone and taken it because it's part of Thracia, which is a province that I, well, have already two things in, including Pulpadeva. Pulpadeva is the capital of this province. Now, this is going to upset the public order a little more, but it's something around my borders I could take to secure myself more. I also used it in order to get a defensive alliance with the Tribali, so if they actually live, they can help me guard my northern borders. I also just acquired a supply of lead.
That's rare.
Well, if I have lead, you have lead because we trade, so that's good.
Oh, give me some of that lead. Excuse me. One of these is Mount Olympus, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is. I'm trying to remember where Mount Olympus exactly was. I think it was like this one right here, where it's basically like right next to the ocean. Oh, there we go. It's about time.
Listen.
Our joint enemies would tremble if we were your allies. Your strength, our wisdom, together would achieve great things.
Apparently Athens wants a defensive alliance with me. Should I accept it?
Yeah, dude, they're even paying you for it. Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
They're already my client state. Might as well integrate them more into our little side here.
Will you not give our people a little gold? You have much, and our people do not wish to become the slaves of envy. You speak wisely like a man of many winters, and I'm honored. I have talked to a wise woman, and all speak of a treaty, and our elders see greatness in you. Wisdom and strength. Together in the service of our people we have agreement.
Rome's military is unmatched. Our veterans are the envy of the civilized world. Use their prowess against our enemies, and then recruit the following agent, a champion. So we did finally complete the land management. So let's go.
I'm gonna step away for like 2 minutes, and I'm gonna leave my stream watching your stream.
All right, no problem. Philosophy, economy, iron tools, common weights, double cropping. Let's go ahead and go down the economy tree. And then I think we're gonna try to see what happens if we want to go north.
Greetings to you. I trust you come with honorable words that I can hear kindly.
No, actually, they literally asked me to go to join the war against Etrusca. So I want to get them back to repair. So how many turns is that going to take? 6. Yeah, of course they're not going to take... They're going to take forever. Jesus Christ. Right, let's send this lad up north. I want to start doing some spying just to see what we can do.
Can I be of more assistance?
Ready for battle. A flapping tongue that speaks without wisdom is not welcome.
I am back, by the way.
Yay! Yeah, I can see now. Yeah, I can see now that we're getting lead from you. You can see
Yep.
that in the
That
trade.
also, that not only grants you the benefits of lead, but it also increases the value of our trade. Oh, you can also see we now finally are starting to get a bonus from long-term partnership. It's only 1 extra money per turn right now, but that starts to add up the longer this goes on.
Hell yeah.
At the start of the stream, actually, our trade route was worth about 180. It's now worth 348 per turn. The lead I'm exporting to you is actually worth 168 by itself.
Wow.
Did you get Liguria at war with the Etruscan League?
I did.
All right.
Even though the Etruscans are literally just like a little ship in the middle of the ocean.
Did you get a military alliance with Athens or just defensive?
I think it was a military. I'll have to look again.
I don't know why I'm asking. I can check. All right, it was defensive.
So apparently I have to take over Ireland and Scotland, which is known as Caledonia et Hibernia. So not only do I have to just march right through Britannia, I have to take over Ireland and Scotland. So that's going to be fun. Maybe I'll take over a tiny bit of Germania. Maybe I'll be focusing on Germania Minor, Belgica. Celtica, Aquitania, Provincia. Good evening, PTK. Welcome to the live stream. When in Rome, eat cheese. Yes, sir. So, trying to figure out a strategy on how to start advancing through Gaul. Thinking about just taking this place over. I don't know if they have any defensive alliances. So should I just march right into Liguria?
You can. If that's what you want to take next, you could just fucking invade it. There's no war justification in this game.
Oh, okay.
You're just an asshole no matter what you do. Realistically, okay, so there is a way you can have justification, quote unquote, not really. But if your friend is at war with someone and you join the war through a diplomacy option with your friend, then you don't get any reputation hit for entering that war unless you had treaties with the person you're entering the war against.
Okay. Caesar took Gallia by picking off minor tribes one by one. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna Caesar ourselves right all the way through Gaul. I think we're gonna see how we're gonna deal with Provincia, and then we're not gonna go into we're not gonna worry about Hispania yet. But I think on this next turn, we're going to try to see if we can make a preparation to go to war in the north and then start getting something done. There's Europa itself. Egyptus, Libya, Africa. It's actually where the name Africa came from. It was from the Romans. All hail Emperor PG. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Y'all guys are goofs. Soloka? Soloka? This is me still trying to learn some things about the classical world. There's the region of Asia. I think the Romans called this area Asia Minor and then the rest of it Asia, but I don't know. I don't know where the terms Asia and Africa exactly came from, so if anyone knows, then definitely to tell. Armenia. Caucasia. It's in the Caucasus Mountains. Obviously, the Romans didn't even know until they discovered these areas. That's whenever they actually named these regions. So Ethiopia is another one. So it's Egyptus and Ethiopia. Ethiopia? Mauritania. Hazania, Macedonia. Look at me just trying to say all these names correctly. Bosphorus. There is actually an old map that labels Atlantis in a modern West Africa. Oh yeah, I think that's actually where they thought it was. Is that Atlantis was a region just off of the coast of Europe or Africa. Asia, I think, is Greek, with a little Asia being Turkey. And of course, anything east of that would be Greater Asia. Africa is Latin. Methinks. I know one of their greatest generals was named Africanus. Africanus was actually, I think he was one of the ones that fought the Carthaginians along with Hannibal. No, Hannibal definitely did fight the Carthaginians during the Punic Wars. Asia Minor would make more sense then. Well, yeah. Because this area right here, even in modern days, looks like he's making some money moves right here. This area right here is actually known as Asia Minor. So anything, basically Turkey, from this area right here, from Greece, all the way over to the Caucasus Mountains in the east. All of this is called Asia Minor. And then once you actually get south, that's whenever you, obviously, yeah, this is Asia Major. So it looks like the game does stop right where the Marian Empire would actually be. Because the game actually starts, like, I think it's upon... No, Emperor Rome actually starts like the day after the death of Alexander the Great. But this one, I think it takes place a little bit after the collapse of Alexander's empire. And then again, his goal, Macedonia's goal, is to get all the way over to Mesopotamia and take over Mesopotamia. And then my goal is basically to take Caledonia, Hibernia. There's a lot of Anglo-Celtic tribes up here. Actually, the Anglos never even... Anglos are still here somewhere. Anglos really didn't become a thing until after the collapse of the Western Roman Empire. So we just have a lot of Celtic tribes that are just inhabiting Britannia right now. I think they were called Celtics. Because the Celtics actually came from right here, right in northern Gaul. And then they actually migrated north. But I don't know if that was before or after the collapse of the Roman Empire. History is always interesting. I actually really like history, and I've actually been really getting into classical history, so this game brings a different meaning to rule Britannia. Britannia rule the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves. My singing is horrible, I know it. Celts had migrated across Europe before the end of Rome. Okay, so, because I know one of the reasons for the collapse of the Roman Empire was basically that, you know, all these Germanic tribes that were basically in the north basically saw that the Romans were falling apart and had started migrating. It was actually one of the largest human migrations in known human history, and then so all of them basically just started coming into the area that was ruled by the Roman Empire, and then the stability basically collapsed in on itself. And that's really why they called it a collapse, is because the Romans were trying to keep order in the area that they were given, because the Romans basically split up into the west and then into the east. And in the west, was hit hard by a lot of these migrations that happened. And then the West basically was getting the hardest hit out of everyone else, so then they couldn't keep control of it, and then just fell apart because there was no law, there was no order. A lot of other people just coming in. It's kind of like a really, really bad illegal immigration problem that actually led to the collapse of the whole country. And then the East was the one that basically lived on for another 1,000 years because they just didn't. They called themselves the Romans, but they were actually known as the Byzantines.
Our joint enemies would tremble if we were your allies. Your strength, our wisdom, together would achieve great things.
Alright, so apparently Sparta wants to pay me 300 gold for a defensive alliance.
Take it.
Your
Just-
acceptance here will bring much satisfaction to my people.
Just making sure that's cool with you before I do anything in your sphere of influence.
It helps me get them as an ally. So, oh,
Interesting.
you can auto resolve that.
Yeah, I can auto-resolve it because I have like 502 reinforcing and they have 0 reinforcing and only 102.
When the AI is about to die from attrition after losing all its settlements, it just attacks the nearest thing to try to do something to survive.
Yay, the Etruscans are now no more.
Looks like your Ligurians are dead.
Being blackmailed, counter the rumors, lose 1,600, 18 gravitas. Ooh. Influence -1 senators. Let's go ahead and counter the rumors. Your forces have trampled this faction into the dust, finally. Alright, what happened?
Your Ligurians, they're dead. They were taken over by the Insubris.
Oh boy.
It is an honor to serve. Making for port. Leaving the ship. Ready for further orders.
I'm sending up like another basically full stack of troops up north, and once I do that, I'm literally going to be able to take them on.
Good luck.
I will be of assistance. As you command. No further orders. Swift and silent, a shadow among shadows.
recruiting more ships for Rome.
Actually, this legion's going to be done literally in the next turn, so that's going to be awesome. Celts have migrated across Europe before the end of Rome, and then the Celts, I think, have their origin in modern-day Romania. Okay. Because I know they were basically... So if we're talking about Romania, they basically came from Dacia. Dacia, and then to Germania, and then to Belgica, and then to Celtica, and then all the way up into Britannia. And then the Anglo-Saxons had their little thing right over here, but I think the Anglo-Saxons were basically influenced by the Nords. The Nords and the Swedes up north. Which actually, they were called at least the Sweden, they were known as the Swedes. They had something, I think it was called like the Northern Empire. It's kind of cool. Apparently, Patavium has, or Veneti has glassware, 80 glassware. But we are trading with them. So we're going to be watching over here, see what his military moves are going to be. I know some of this is just a little silent, but this is a long game. I think I'm going to be streaming for maybe 30 more minutes, and then we're going to call it quits. Then we will be back next week for more. And so I guess maybe this could be considered like a setup stream or something like that. That way we're basically kind of ready for the next go around. I'm gonna try to get in one battle, so we're gonna try to take over that area up in the north. The Insurbes. So we're gonna study them real quick, see what the hell they're doing. Actually, wow. Yeah, actually, we could probably take them on with one legion. We're gonna think about that in the next turn. We're gonna try to see if these guys can get up there. Velatri. And then we could actually force march them into the city. Yeah. I think since we literally have a full stack, full health, yeah, we can take them on with just one legion. Anglos, Selvig, Holsten, as I recall, Swedes were set into a set of tribes, the Sveir and Goter. Danes, I think, were the Dani. Okay. History lessons with PTK, thank you so much. I think in this next turn, we're actually gonna take on the Genwa, however you say that name, because I'm looking at it right now and their health is horribly bad. So I think I could literally just force march a legion over there.
That's where Liguria was. That was their settlement. The Insubres came from the north and took them over. So that force has to be battered.
Yeah, they're really battered. I could literally, because I have a full stack of 20 on one Legion, and I could just force march them over there, and I could take them on both.
You cannot attack when you force march.
Ah, damn.
A force march unit can take place in, it can take part in a battle, but it cannot initiate a battle, and it will be penalized for force marching if it does take part in a battle before it can get out of force march. And you cannot force march the same turn you undo force march.
Damn. But I think I'm still going to be able to not for okay, I'm not going to force march them, but I think I'm going to be able to send them over there, and I mean I think their capital is basically going to be defenseless.
Should be.
Silver Tongue or Envoys have discovered a woman in a foreign village who seems to be blessed with the power of persuasion. We could hire her to assist in future negotiations with foreign nations. What do you say? Hire important character or refuse political favor? 6+ loyalty for all political parties, or I get an important character. Let's go ahead and hire her. Having developed his skills, this young man is now ready to serve the common good. Thought it was a woman. Instrument of war, more military is unmatched. So, okay, so they're done. So let's go ahead and send this one into the city right here. We're going to send our full stack.
At your command. Is that all? None will escape.
What do you wish of me? I do enjoy a little sabotage. Your will is done. I am unstoppable.
So yeah, they are undefended, and then we're going to be able to fight them in the next turn. The only time a bachelor has been useful. Sounds like college in general.
I notice you have no cavalry.
I don't think I'm able to recruit cavalry.
Really? Interesting.
Dog. I think I'm gonna step away for 1 second.
Alrighty.
Alright, luckily I'm back.
Looks like they just left Genua undefended. Well, they do have a army there, but they put it in the harbor as a fleet. That's retarded.
I'll try to make it a cakewalk. I say that, but I'm probably gonna lose.
I feel like you could probably get away with auto resolving it, but let me. I can't see the bar yet. That one's iffy. You may be able to win an auto resolve. You may not. Depends how how accurate it's feeling today.
Says it's gonna be a close victory. Remaining force 67%. If I do it balanced, it's gonna be 67. Yeah, 67.
So that's really iffy, especially because your prediction accuracy is only moderate. If this is Total War Warhammer, I'd say, oh yeah, auto resolve that. But the auto resolve wasn't quite as generous in Rome 2 as it was in Warhammer. So if you are feeling real lazy, you can try to auto resolve it, but I'm not sure I can guarantee you'd win that.
I can. I mean, I can go in for an assault.
What about that other stack you were sending up? Can you force march it up north? Because that would make it auto resolvable. Unless you just want to fight the battle and do an attack, then by all means, feel free.
Well, to do that, do I break siege and then just force march the other army up here?
No, you encircle to pause what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Encircle. So if you want to do the auto resolve, now you can force march up there, and then you just select the besieging unit again and right click on the city again when you're ready.
Do I force march it?
Only force march, by the way. Check to see if you can walk there without force march. Always check to see that first. I'm just not sure how far your units can move. It looks like he might be able to get there on my screen.
It would barely be able to hit the city.
But can you get... So you can check. Hold right click. Do not release right click. You can check to see if you can get close enough to your unit that you're in his red circle, the one that's besieging, that there's a yellow line in between yours and there. If you see that yellow line connecting your two stacks, you are close enough.
Yeah, I see it. There's a little yellow line that goes right to where my other legion is.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can get there without a force march. I would recommend doing that instead. And now click your other stack that was already besieging, right click the city, and you should see a much more favorable result.
To battle! Let them cower before Rome!
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yep.
Gathering supplies. We hunger for battle. We hunger for battle. I want hourly patrols.
Well, but at least we did
Oh
expand
my god,
once.
PG.
What happened?
One of my biggest enemies is being steamrolled by one of the biggest memed factions in the game.
Biggest meme factions?
Biggest memed faction, as in, you go to any forum, any board, and you look up this faction, you will find they are made fun of for being one of the worst factions in the game. Pontus is destroying the Seleucids.
I'm actually not able to see it.
Well, I could tell you, Pontus is supposed to be a 1 or 2 settlement kind of faction. I can now see into Syria, and I can see that they are destroying the Seleucids. The Seleucids have been pushed out of all their initial territory and pushed south into Jerusalem and territory that initially belongs to Nabatea.
Oh my god.
I've never seen anything like this.
I'm actually looking at it right now. I see that the Seleucids are basically all the way down to Jerusalem right now.
I was like making my plan, like, oh, I gotta go down here. I'm gonna have to find a place to land. But maybe I just get a fucking alliance with Pontus if I can. I didn't think, I've never seen this. They're supposed to suck. They're dominating this area.
That's that's crazy. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, they literally have like from the Black Sea all the way up to northern Jerusalem. Like they're
They might conquer Mesopotamia on their own, and if I get an alliance with them, well, it's just that easy. I already have good relations with them. I have a trade agreement and a non-aggression pact. If I just put all my diplomatic efforts into making an alliance with them, I may not even need to go for Mesopotamia. We'll see, though. That may not be true. You can't rely on the AI for everything. But I know I want Pontus as a military ally now. This whole stream of mine, I've been talking shit about them.
I will see.
I have never seen Pontus ever do well, let alone conquer the Seleucids.
It is done.
I think Insurbes is, I mean, they're basically undefended. They actually have like a whole military. Yeah, actually, yeah, like I'm basically gonna be able to steamroll them in this next turn.
Like I said, barbarians are easy peasy. Rome has the easiest start in the entire game. The only ones that I know of that could cause you any problems would be the Arverni and the Boii, and you haven't even found them yet.
At your command.
All right, I'm handing it off over to you. That is funny. That the freaking oh man, gotta take a screenshot of that. I'm gonna send that over to RG.
Oh my god. I can see now the full map of Pontus. It is retarded. I have never seen anything like this before.
That's funny. I'm gonna have to let these
Commander.
guys repair, but I'm gonna be able to just waltz right into Medlan. I think that's how you say it. Man, chat is so dead. Yeah, it's most likely just because of how slow this game is. Kind of makes sense. Usually the chat's more lively whenever it's a politics stream or if it's Power and Revolution or the political process. Never really had lively chats whenever it's just different games. I have consistent viewers right now, though. I have 4 people that have basically just been watching, but it's just been more of a watching kind of thing. But if chat wants to make it more lively, but for those who are watching right now, just go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, if you guys want to see more gameplays like this, even though chat's not that lively. If you want to see more gameplays like this, just hit that subscribe button. Don't miss anything that I do post to this channel. I'm going to try to get another episode of the United States out this week. Political process is finally fixed, but I lost all of my saves to it, so I'm gonna have to deal with that. Fun times on the political process. Turns are going rather slow, even for
Okay, so tell you what I just accomplished. I just got an alliance, military alliance with Bithynia, which is one of my bordering nations in Turkey. This nation has a defensive alliance with Pontus. I did this so Pontus would like me more. Pontus also likes Pergamon, so I got a military alliance with Pergamon because they were willing to pay me fat stacks of cash for the alliance. I then used all that fat cash to bribe Pontus into giving me a defensive alliance, and I have also gotten a non-aggression pact and a trade agreement with Trapezoes, which is Pontus's other defensive ally. I am one step away from getting Pontus as a military ally. Pontus already has 1 foot into Mesopotamia and is at war with the owners of Mesopotamia. Meaning, if I get them as military allies and they keep up their sweet fucking work, Mesopotamia is as good as dead. Better yet, I can now travel through the lands of Pontus to invade Mesopotamia right now.
do it. Then once you do that, then you can just help me march through Gaul.
I was literally sending a stack down to Crete to go to invade that before, like, to kind of island hop my way down there. But now I don't even need to do that. Like, now I just have to figure out the fastest fucking way to get over there.
Who owns Mesopotamia right now?
Medea. It starts out as a satrapy of the Seleucids. And I think I want to send my units down there to help Pontus. Let me take a look. They have some fighting going on, but I want to have a stack down there just in case Pontus starts to get its butt kicked. I could go to war with Medea and conquer Medea and just make it this far-flung colony. And if they take it themselves, then I mean they take it themselves. But just to kind of like, ensure that it falls. But it will take me a while to ever get down there.
Okay. Well, sounds good to me. That's that's just funny. It's just kind of took us until now to really realize that Pontus was kicking ass.
Yeah, I couldn't see over there until now, and now I can. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm going to try to get military access going right through the center of Turkey. The problem is this nation of Galatia, which is also friendly with Pergamon and at war with the Seleucids, I'm not fully friendly with yet, But hopefully by the time I get over there, I can get some military access. And if I can't, well, trespassing for a day never hurt anybody.
Yeah, that's what it said for that one region up in the north, and then it said like you declare war now, and I'm just like, okay, click.
It prompts you to declare war when you actually right click on the city you're going to attack. Otherwise, if you trespass, it just makes them hate you. Whew, that was a really productive turn. If we look at our objectives now, because I got so many military allies, although they're mainly small ones, we're now up to 18 controlled settlements. Because I got Pergamon, who has 2 settlements. I got Bithynia, which has 1 settlement. And I believe that's it for military allies. When I do get, what are they called again? Pontus, then that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 settlements thrown on there. Although it may not be immediate that I get them, but I will get them. I've done this many times before in this game.
Well, I can't wait to see what happens then. Is there any way that you're going to be able to make them a client state, or do you just need a military alliance?
I just need a military alliance. Client state is not going to happen unless I start conquering them. And military alliance will be a lot easier than conquering Pontus. Albeit, Pontus has left their entire rear open to invasion to push south against the Seleucids, but I'd rather get the military alliance because Pontus likes me, all their allies like me, the Seleucids hate me because we are both successor kingdoms. So this is the easiest way to do it. And then if I do accomplish this, then hopefully I can just completely redefine my efforts into pushing north into Eastern Europe. I don't know. Macedon has bonuses for fighting barbarians, not Middle Easterners.
He just really just walked off. Rhodes is taking a real sweet time for their turn.
That's because that's what I see whenever you get a treaty offer by someone else. They offered me a treaty. My diplomatic stream comes up. You just see that it pauses on their turn.
Oh, okay.
I don't see the treaties you're making when you're making them. I only know what's happening when it pauses because I played this so much. Yeah, they wanted a non-aggression pact with me. I threw in military access, a trade agreement, and I made them pay me 500 money for it. I'm becoming friends with everybody in and around Turkey, whereas 2 turns ago I was planning to invade them all. The situation with Pontus, though, like I said, in this game, you don't know the implications of your diplomatic actions at the beginning of the game. You may find that you made enemies with the exact person you were hoping to become friends with based on your initial actions, or vice versa. Usually, I have to fight the bigger empire. This time, if Pontus doesn't get its ass kicked due to its greedy expansion, this will work out very well. Oh, actually, wow, am I looking at this right? I am. Pontus just took another one of the settlements of Mesopotamia. They had 1, now they have 2.
That's I'm just kind of fun. I'm just kind of glad that one of the biggest meme factions in this game is just kicking some ass real quick.
I kid you not. There is no faction more like memed on about like this is the worst faction in the game, then Pontus. No faction even comes close to the amount of memes.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I have literally seen someone quit the game because he was forced to play Pontus for something. I've seen that before.
We hunger for battle. We hunger for battle. Make haste, men. Your next command? Advance. At your command.
What do you wish of me? I do enjoy a little trouble. Success is all I want.
So we marched up north. Basically took over this entire region right here. So now we actually have a straight shot into Gaul. We also have a straight shot into Magna and Lower Germania. So we're doing pretty good. I think once I hand this off over to him, I think I might be able to wrap this up because I am hungry, actually. I need to go make myself something to eat. What I can actually do is that I can... after this turn or the next, would it be okay if we wrap this up? Or do you want to keep going? I actually need to eat something. I actually haven't ate. So that's up to you.
I mean, if you want to stop, you can stop. I'll just stream Panzer Corps after this. But
Okay.
I'm good to keep going.
Okay. I mean, we've done pretty productively, even though it lasted a little bit. But at least because right now I do actually have a really good knife in the back of Gaul right now, so I can start marching into Gaul in the next stream, and then I also have a way into Magna and Minor Germania right now. I actually, because there's one legion or army that's basically left from the area that I just took over, and I know they're basically going to attrition themselves until they can attack me, and I know I'm going to be able to kick their ass. So I mean, it's a pretty good game that we have so far.
You should also take the city of Patavium from the Veneti, because that would complete the province of Cisalpina, and then you could enact an edict there if you want, but better yet, you just have a more productive province. You always want to complete provinces if you can.
Okay.
Plus, then you'd have the actual shape of Italy.
Yeah, I actually would. Then the
Minus Sicily.
Swiss Alps would basically be my buffer zone.
When you play as Massilia, actually a way to kill Rome early is just to take Cisalpina, the province, for yourself, because then you neuter Rome's expansion and they never recover from it.
Oh, poor Rome. Let's see what we got right here. Public order.
One nice little attention to detail in this game, which I'm not sure if you've noticed yet, is if you zoom in around places where you have trade or where there is trade, or especially around your capital, you can see little boats sailing on the water, little caravans on the road, representing the volume of trade that you have going between any settlements.
I see the boats, but I don't see the caravans.
Look around Rome, north and south of Rome, northeast and southeast of Rome, directly next to Rome, that is. Like, zoom in on it. I'm looking at your stream to see where you're looking.
Oh, okay, I can
yeah.
see it.
Yeah. The more trade you get and the more stuff you get to trade, that traffic increases a lot.
That's really cool. Because I always notice the boats, actually, because I see the dotted lines, and I noticed that actually was trade, but I didn't really kind of connect the dots, and I didn't even see the trade caravans out of Rome.
For me, it's almost all by ship. Most of my traffic, there's almost no land traffic. There's some, I can see some, but most of mine is naval. So my waters are filled with boats because of how much trade I have just going to my capital by sea. Those are always being simulated in real time too. So you can see them anywhere around the map that's in the path of your trade, which is a really cool thing.
Alright, I hand it off to you.
I made a new military ally with Galatia. I got trade and military access. So now I am allies with all of Turkey. The only one I lack a military alliance with is Pontus, which is probably going to require some bribery, but I'll work on it. If you can end up becoming friends with Pontus at any point, feel free to try, because if they like you, they'll like me better.
I'll try, but I don't think there's a way for me to do that. Right now, at least. I'm still laughing at the fact that the Seleucids were basically pushed down into Arabia.
Commander.
We're up to 23 provinces now with all the military allies that I've made.
Hell yeah.
Or 23 settlements out of like 100. They're stuck. The Insubris are stuck. Hey, it's winter.
Yeah, apparently there's about to be a rebellion in the city that I just took over in the north.
At your command.
Yes. If you stop taxing the province,
Further orders.
that may fix that for you. Oh, it looks like they want you to trespass on those other guys to kill them.
Oh, that
Careful about
sucks.
How may I serve you?
Commander. To your duties, men.
Yeah, so now there will not be a rebellion next turn. So you're good for now. But you definitely need to work on public order there. Probably the biggest thing hurting you is cultural differences, which will change over time, but there are buildings to help increase the spread of your culture.
Yeah, Romanization.
Well, I guess. The game proper term is just cultural influence, but yeah. There's techs and buildings that help with it.
Okay.
Ready for battle. On the move.
All right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. All right. Once I hand it off to you, you want to go ahead and wrap it up?
Sure.
What else? So I think I'm good on the army. Need to figure out that money issue right there because that's gonna be fun. Damn, we lose a lot of money from not taxing this province. We're already losing like a crap ton of it anyway because of the public order. Would you consider live streaming the German federal election? Possibly, yeah, actually. I would have to look to see when the German federal election is going to be, but a person, thank you so much for donating $5 to this live stream. I do appreciate the support that you've been giving this channel. But welcome to the live stream. Unfortunately, you just arrived as I was trying to wrap it up. I need to go eat something, but you just contributed to the fund so I can actually eat. So thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a dollar burger from McDonald's. You just help me pay for McDonald's. But I'll go ahead and send this over to Konglomerat. Then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. When is the German federal election? I actually do not know when the federal election is going to be. Actually, I remember.
Syracuse and Carthage made peace. That's interesting. Let me save the game.
Aw. I wanted the Syracusans to screw him up.
Okay, I have saved the game, so if you'd like to end your stream, go ahead. I am going to change mine over to Panzer Corps because I have one more mission left in my campaign, and that's to take over the Western United States as Germany.
Hell yeah. Maybe I'll jump in, try to say hi or something like that. But all right, thank you so much for having me, and then we can continue this next week.
Yep.
All right, for those who are watching right now, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you always want to see more Total War Rome, definitely do join us next week for that. We will be continuing this campaign next week. So, again, just join us then. And then a person, thank you so much for donating $5 to this live stream. I will try to see if I can make some time for that German federal election whenever it does happen. I do actually have some prior knowledge to the Bundestag and Bundesrat, and I'm actually part German, so that would actually be really interesting to cover the German federal election whenever it does happen. I know the German federal election is going to be the next election in which, or the first election since 2005, or 2000, just ever since the entrance of Angela Merkel into German politics, that she's not going to be running for chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany. So that is going to be interesting to see who is elected as chancellor of Germany. So I think it's going to be a very critical election for European history. With everything that's been going on recently, you know, with the rise of right-wing politics, the rise of Trump. I mean, this is going to be the first time that since the departure of Donald Trump from U.S. politics that Germany is going to have an election. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the future. So anyway, guys, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to see more Total War, just again subscribe it so you do not miss that stream next week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and take care.